welcome or welcome back to a new video. It's Hiba and today I'm in a different place. I actually came to Spain to visit my family. This is why it took kind of long to upload a new video. I was just spending the holidays with them and so on. I'm still here for a few more weeks, so I'm just gonna enjoy this time here and enjoy the sun and the good weather, even though it's kind of cold, but still doesn't compare to the cold that's in Sweden right now. But anyway, this video is about the process that I went through to get my personal number and kind of the unnecessary things that I did or that I was told to do. And while telling my journey of getting a personal number, I'll just give you some tips on what to do and what not to do to get a personal number faster. I did get my personal number after 3 years of being in Sweden, even though I am a European citizen from Spain. But I could have gotten it much faster. And now after I got it, I know what I did wrong and what I was told to do that was wrong. So yeah, if you know anything about Sweden, then you know that having a personal number is really important and it will get you through a lot in Sweden. You can just live a normal life if you have that. But if you don't have a personal number, maybe you have a coordination number, which is called samordningsnummer in Swedish. That will just let you do some things, but it's really nothing compared to the personal number. So the goal is to get a personal number if you want to live in Sweden. So yeah, I first moved to Sweden in the beginning of 2023 and I asked for a samordningsnummer, first thing that I did, and I was giving that in 2 weeks. And when I asked for the samordningsnummer, the worker in Skatverket told me that I should just go ahead and ask for a personal number right away without waiting, because he thought that my case would be positive and I would get a personal number. So after 2-3 months, I think at the end of March, I asked for a personal number. So that would be like after 3 months, almost 4 months of being in Sweden. And I have to say that before moving to Sweden, before 2023, I was going back and forth all the time to Sweden since 2019 when I did my Erasmus studies. But I really officially moved at that time. After I asked for the coordination number and I was giving that after 2 weeks, I asked for the personal number and then I received a rejection. Also, when I asked for the personal number, I did indicate that I was married, I'm living with my husband, and I moved to Sweden just to basically live with my husband and work and just do a normal life in Sweden. I also was going to Swedish courses when I applied for the personal number, and I was doing my master's degree as well in a Swedish university. So that's why the Skatverket worker told me to apply and I would get it, because he thought that because I was studying it for a master's, I was already in the Swedish course and everything, that I would get a personal number. But I did receive the rejection, and it was because of, she said that I don't have enough, I know it's a she because I talked to her on the phone, and she thought that I didn't have enough connection to Sweden. I don't know why, and that because I was not living in Sweden for very long, and also because my husband didn't live in Spain before. So this is written in the letter that if my husband was living before in Spain, then I would have more chance of getting a personal number, which I didn't quite get, but I think it's something with the law and I don't know, it's a little bit complicated, but I did get something like that. Like if he had used his right of free movement in Europe, then I would have gotten the chance to use it, which is really strange, because then wouldn't they have said the same in Spain about me living in Sweden? I don't know. But anyway, if that was the case, then I would have gotten a personal number based on what she wrote. But yeah, I got the rejection in 2023 because she thought I didn't have what qualifies to get a personal number. And I didn't know a lot about getting a personal number, working with a coordination number, and anything like that. And also I didn't get a job in Sweden yet. So I was told that if I had a job, then I would have gotten a personal number right away. But this is for the people who don't have a permanent job or like a full-time job that gets them a personal number. This is just if you're going to move with your husband, with your wife, and you just want to live in Sweden because you have family there and you just want to get started with your life there. So that was my case. I didn't have a job. I was still studying and just wanted to live there because I wanted to be with my husband. Before I received the rejection, I did talk to her on the phone, as I said before, and she did say that I should be living in Sweden for longer. She even said 2 years, which is not true now that I know more. I would tell someone that is now asking for a personal number and trying to get through all that is to go for it and don't listen to one person. Just ask for more opinions, because one person can be wrong about some things, as I've learned. Not everyone working in Skatverket knows everything. I went through many people that don't really have much of an idea. So yeah, just ask a lot and call a lot and go to Skatverket. But anyway, after I received the rejection, I waited and I went back to Skatverket and I showed them what happened and all that. And they told me that if nothing changed, then there's no point in asking again. And nothing had changed in terms of I was still studying and all that was still the same. I was not working. I did finish a lot of the SFE, a lot of the Swedish courses and all of that. I don't know if that would have made any difference, but what would have made a difference was that I was in Sweden for more than a year back then. So I listened to the Skatverket workers and I just waited another year, which was kind of stupid. But anyway, I cannot go back in time. Then I went back and it was 2 years. 2 years have passed since I lived in Sweden and nothing happened. I did go to Skatverket again and I told them that I wanted to have a personal number again. I showed them again what happened and everything. They recommended that I ask for a personal number through Migrationsverket, which is another entity. I don't know. There is Skatverket, which is for Swedish people and for European citizens. And there is Migrationsverket, which is for everyone else outside of Europe and all that. Anyway, they told me to ask for a personal number through them, through Migrationsverket. So I was a little bit hesitant, but I listened to the workers because I didn't know best. And I did all the papers necessary and I sent everything. And this time I did it through, I asked for a personal number based on my husband. So I want to move. Again, I want to be with my husband. I have been living with him for this long, so I want a personal number just to be able to live myself. And I still didn't have a job. I know it can be a setback, but where I live in Sweden, it's pretty hard to find a job because it's not a big city. I was not studying, I was just studying Swedish. And I was quite ahead on all the Swedish courses. So yeah, I asked for it again, and that was a little bit less than 2 years after I asked for a personal number and got the rejection. So the rejection I got in March 2023 or April, something like that. And then in February 2025, I asked again for a personal number through Migrationsverket. And I was told that it would take a while, but I didn't think it would take that long. I was watching videos, I was reading a lot and just getting informed about all the process. And in October of 2025, I saw that there was no hope in getting an answer from Migrationsverket. It was about to be a year. I mean, not really, but almost 9-10 months since I asked for the personal number through Migrationsverket and I was not getting any answer. So that made it that I was living in Sweden for 2 years and a half and I didn't have a personal number. So I was getting a little bit frustrated, and also I got a job, and paying skat is really complicated when you don't have a personal number. You have to send letters, receive letters, physical letters, and it makes everything really complicated. So I was getting a little bit frustrated because I had a job now. I finished Swedish, everything, and I still didn't have a personal number. So then I went back to Skatverket and I told them that I asked for it through Migrationsverket, but it's taking very, very long. So I want to ask for it again here in Skatverket. And they were like, okay. So I did the papers again, sent everything again. And after a week, I think, or 2 weeks maximum, I got a call from the person who took my case, and she was a little bit surprised that I didn't have a personal number, and she told me that they should have given it to me very long time ago. Basically, she said since the beginning, and that she asked for more information that I sent through the website and everything, but I got a really positive energy from her call. It was very different from the other call that I got when I got a rejection. This one was really positive, and she was really nice and friendly, and she asked me a lot of questions and what I'm doing and all that. And then after a week of her call, I got the letter with the personal number and that I got accepted and everything. I was very happy that I got that, and I was relieved, and also I regretted not asking for it before. I should have done the process before, and I think I would have maybe gotten it. I'm not sure, because it really depends on the person who takes on your case. After all the story that I told, it's a little bit of a long story. What I can say is that if you are a European citizen, then it's very important that you know that even if you don't have a job, you have the right to ask for it. It really depends on the person who takes on your case. And also, if you're moving to Sweden to be with your partner, I was told that if my partner lived in Spain for at least 6 months, then I would have had the chance to get the personal number very fast. Maybe if I knew how important that was before, I could have done that. But yeah, if you are in that position and your partner can live with you for 6 months before you move to Sweden, then I would really suggest that. And also, if you're planning to move to Sweden, I would move somewhere where getting a job is a little bit more easier than maybe smaller cities, towns. Getting a job in general now in Sweden, it's quite hard and it's a challenge. But still, there are some areas where it's a little bit more easy, because if you have a job, then it's so much easier to get a personal number as well. So then you have a reason, really a real reason to be in Sweden based on Skatteverket. This is what I got from all the process. It also depends a lot on the worker who takes on your case and who is going to decide if you stay or not, or not if you stay, but if you get a personal number or not. I have seen that it really depends on that person as well, because if they say no, then it's a no. You can refute that, but still, it's so much easier to just get accepted since the beginning. So even though I regret not going through the process again sooner, I think I learned quite a lot with all this. I'll have to go to the bank and set up bank ID and everything. But because I came to Spain, then I didn't have the chance to go to the bank yet. I don't know if there's anything else that I didn't mention. I want to wish you also a happy new year. Now that we have entered a new year, I hope that all your goals will be fulfilled in this year and that it will be a blessed and healthy year. As for me, I have also some things that I want to achieve this year, but I think I started with a really positive thing, which was getting a personal number. So now I just have to settle down for real in Sweden and just get things done. If you have any question on getting a personal number, then please leave them in the comments and I will answer. I don't know if I answered everything. I don't write a script or anything, I'm just talking. So hopefully I didn't forget anything. But if I did forget anything, then please leave it in the comments. I will answer right away, as always. And before I go, sadly, I don't have Amira with me. She is in Sweden and I'm in Spain. I miss her so much. I'm really looking forward to going back and cuddling with her. So I don't have her with me to say hey do. Hopefully also my microphone is better now. I got a new microphone, also a new phone. So I think the quality is much better and hopefully it makes watching the video easier and more enjoyable. But yeah, as I said before, if you have anything to say, then please leave it in the comments and I will see you in the next video. Hey do!